be able to use that money to, whether it be pay for gas to get there, pay for airfare, could pay for their hotel room. But using the Bug Guard, which is a huge #1 seller for us, along with any Skin So Soft. But I think that if we really look at what the bundles are in the What's New and show them the commissions, that is one way to help them get to San Antonio.
Thank you. Thank you, Gail. The other things we just want to kind of go through is it's just a refresher course on talking to your team about where they should go. And if, as I share some things, if you want me to share it with you, I'll post, I think I've already posted, you might have to just go back to last year, but on our Big Green, Avon Big Green Facebook, go in the files, there's what I'm going to talk about. I think I posted there last year. So just kind of go back. My biggest thing is, let me see if I can show you. This is my Skin So Soft, or my Bug Guard sample. What I like to do is I like to use the QR code. All I say on my label is scan me for the best mosquito repellent. And then I have my QR code. And I did just update it this when I went to make them new for this year. So this scan code goes right to the new website. I just wanted to make sure. I don't trust their technology. Oops, did I say that out loud? So
we are being recorded.
Yeah, it did. Oops. I just want to make sure that it went to me and not to somebody else. So I did update the QR code on it this year when I made them up. A couple of things that I always do is, if you are in the land of 10,000 lakes, or if you're in the land of 50 lakes, those lakes have bugs, and also those lakes have fishing contests.
Hello.
Hi, Faith.
Can't hear anybody.
We're talking.
I can't hear anyone.
We can hear
What do
you.
you do?
We can hear you, so check your speaker.
Just check your volume. Your speaker's on.
I'll mute and figure out my volume. What's going on?
So anyway, we're talking about the land of 10,000 lakes or land of 50 lakes. Every lake has a fishing tournament. They're very big. One of the things you can do that I found, this is what I did last
All right, sis. Well, I'm gonna go into this meeting. But hey, give me a call if you need me.
What I did last year is I went around to several tournaments and I sponsored myself. So what I did is I gave them Bug Guard samples with my sticker on it to throw in their goodie bag. They're in their swag bag. So start with that. And now this year, a couple of them are letting me tailgate or set up in there. So last year I sponsored them. And the other thing you can do is, what you want to do on tournaments is go and, kind of look around at one. Some of them have the flyers that you see on the bulletin boards throughout your community. And if you look carefully, those flyers that they make are sponsored by somebody. And usually it's $50 for a business card size sponsorship. Why not sponsor yourself on those flyers? Fishing tournaments for Bug Guard is amazing. Like I said, I've got a lot of calls for the bug guard for these wipes, especially because they go in their tackle boxes so nice. Another one is go to your ladies and men's night of golf and see if you can't do the same thing for their tournaments or for their league. They're always looking for a sponsor as well. And then you can also go ahead, you can sponsor their league. Maybe they have a drink glass that has your name on it or whatever. But all of these, some of it is just working up to getting into the door. So it's kind of putting your foot in the door. Sponsor 1 year, then set up the tailgate next year. Don't go to any tournament, whether it's baseball, unless you're just a person there, but don't go to a tournament and say, cold call them and say, I want to set up a table. They're probably going to say, I don't think so. You need to maybe work your way into it slowly. So that's what I did last year. So now this year, like I said, I have 2 tournaments that are allowing me to set up a table at their tournament during when you think of a tournament, you don't have to sit. You need to be there when they're all going to show up to register, and you need to be there when they're all going to show up to get their prizes. Otherwise, the rest of it, they're not really there anyway, so you don't need to be there. So it's something that's easy to do while you're still doing maybe something else on the weekend, because you would only have to come and be there maybe Friday afternoon and Saturday morning, and then on Sunday sometime when they do the prizes. So the other places to remember to go to are the campgrounds. Huge for bugs is the campgrounds. Yes, definitely, like Margie says, definitely if you have product, throw it in your car, and if they ask, you have it. But it's just one of those things. I just want to make sure you're not going in there like a bull at a china shop and say, can I set up a table? Because I found that doesn't work, and it doesn't really work. It didn't work at the when I went in to ask about that for the tournaments. But then when I went and talked to them about being a sponsor, well, then they got really receptive. And then they realized that you were a business person, and you were not just wanting to set up and sell your stuff.
So Marjorie, can you just give us some idea what it cost you to be a sponsor? And when you did go back the next year, like this year, they're going to allow you to set up a table. Are you going to have just bug guard out, like at a fishing tournament? It'll be just bug guard items?
It'll just be bug guard. It'll just, and what the 2 that are the 3 tournaments that I sponsored, it was a business size post on their flyer, and it was $50.
Okay.
So that's probably average. That's somewhere to start.
Okay.
It's still $50, but you've got your name on those posters that are going up all over the
Right. So then this year you paid your $50 to be a sponsor, and that you got to set up for free, or
Yep.
did they charge you to set up?
Get this
Okay.
free.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Golfing and campgrounds and fishing tournaments. Very good.
Yep. The fishing tournaments, don't forget them, because they're guys that probably, usually they're pretty good about making sure they have their stuff, but it'll also be the sunscreen. I wish we had more sunscreen, but I see it's coming. So sunscreen and bug spray is about all I have. There's no reason to set up with anything else.
Right. Right. And see, just think, ladies, what we were talking about earlier. One way for Marjorie to get to conference completely free is the sales of her bug guard that she can pre-order as in the bundles from our campaign 12. So if we can duplicate what Marjorie's doing in very similar or different ways, we could get our team, even if they can't afford to go in person, but if they could even earn this, let's say $70, $69 to register for conference, they would earn that through their sales of their bug guard. So bug guard really could be our key to get our team more involved in conference this year.
Well, a free thing you could do at tournaments too. I didn't find any tournaments that wanted me just to put a flyer in their goodie bag. They wanted goodies in their goodie bag.
Yes.
But you could ask if it would be okay if you just did business cards or flyer or handout. One thing the other place is this is absolutely free. Tara, we're talking about bug guard and where to go and what to do. Another place is, first of all, what's completely free is take your what's new, make a copy of the what's new, scan it, print it, we'll put your name on there somewhere, somehow. That's completely free, just the cost of the paper and printing it. Print out a boatload of them, then go to a car show, an antique car show. And when you walk down the rows, if you walk right behind the guy that's throwing the flyers in the front seat of the car show, or the front seat of the cars for the next car show, you're right behind him throwing those flyers in that car seat. Costs you nothing except for the paper. So you throw those flyers in, just take the what's new. The reason I say the what's new, because it's full-size page, write your name on it or use your Photoshop or whatever, Canva or whatever, and make a full-size flyer and throw them in the front seats of the cars. Completely free, completely free, completely free. I don't know, well, okay, might not be free. Some car shows might charge you to come into the car show, but you get my point. And I have done tons of business doing that. And you just kind of wait and watch, because everybody does it. The upcoming car show, the guys that are running the next car show, they have flyers for telling them all about the next car show. So so go in and just go right behind them and throw it on the front seat. We have a antique car, so we come home with a stack of flyers this big, and but people go through them and they'll probably possibly toss them out or whatever, but it's a great place that you can get your name out there that's completely free. Once again, like Margie said, have bug guard with you. I have it in the trunk of our car when we go to the car show, and when we open the trunk, there it is. So but even if you're not into cars, be into cars for 1 or 2 shows and just walk the cars. You don't have to be a car buff to go to a car show.
And that is true. Margie, I was in Corpus Christi 2 years ago for a car show with my daughter and family, and I did see that a guy was going up and down the rows, throwing the flyers in the front seat of each car for the next car show. And it never dawned on me, I wish I had done that for Avon. That was very creative.
Yep. So that's, and then back to the campgrounds. A lot of campgrounds are especially the private campgrounds, they're very happy to open it up for you to put a little display up in their check-in office. I don't sell outright to them unless they've bought they buy from me and then they take care of it. It's just too hard for me to run around and restock. So what the at the campgrounds that I have set up a display like that, they call me, whoever wants it, they call me and I bring them the product. Go ahead, Faith. I know you can do that in North Dakota, but we,
In our policies and procedures, if you read those, we are not allowed to do that.
set up just a display.
I've even asked Steve Bosson. He said that's something for us to think about.
It's still done. Well, I do
So I
it,
just don't want somebody to get in trouble because of them doing it.
right, okay. But I don't, it's just a display. It's not, we're not.
I know. I asked that because I had a business here in the Black Hills that wanted me to, just for those 3 months during tourist season. And I wanted to make sure I was being compliant. And yeah, in our policies and procedures, it says no.
Because I wasn't selling directly. It was just a display.
Right.
Wow, okay.
I just want you to be careful. So.
Well, I told Lisa last year, we all need to be able to buy a vending machine from
Yeah.
LG.
I mean, after legal called me, after I got put on the beauty board, because somebody turned me in because they thought I was doing something wrong, which I wasn't. I've really read the policies and procedures because I thought I was being compliant, but when I got that call asking to do, put a display in a business in Keystone for the 3 months of tourist season, I checked into it just to make sure, because I don't want to lose my business because of not following something.
Okay, all right, well, that's good to know. So skip that one.
Well, can't you just put like books out though? Can't you just have books there? Like you got those holders for books?
Yep.
Can't you just do that, or flyers and no product?
Yes, yep, you sure can.
So then that would be a way to do it then. Yeah.
Another way to do the books is, a cheap way to do the books is to go to the dollar store and buy the really cheap plastic napkin holders. That's cheaper than the actual brochure holders. Then you don't feel bad if you forgot to go back and get them. So, you know, it's a buck. So, and if you go on Amazon, you probably get you for even cheaper. You could probably get a whole case of them for a buck. So use the plastic napkin holders rather than an actual brochure holder. That way, and then make sure you put your name on the on it so that if it does get empty, you have something that has your name on it. For those that are late to the party, we were talking about Bug Guard and just going through everything and going through some great ideas. I have it recorded. So the other thing that I have done, our seasonal campgrounds around here, they always have craft shows for their campers, and those are great ones too. I do them because then I just do Bug Guard and Skin So Soft and maybe shampoo and soap. I don't do a whole entourage of like Christmas or whatever. So it's a great way. To out there and to sell. Campgrounds are the great. Then the other one.
We've got some static on the line, so if the ladies could please mute their phones or wherever they are until you want to chime in. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Now, Arian, can you hear me?
Are you saying Arian?
Yep, I am.
Yep, I'm here.
We're talking about Bug Guard, and I'm gonna put you on the spot because you have a great place that you went last year and the year before.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that? Because not every, that's something that I still kind of tried to find and I couldn't, so.
Okay, it's and I'll hop on. It's the YMCA that calls me, and they have contacted me again this year to do their Healthy Kids Day, because their thing is they need those kids to be, I'll turn this thing off. They need those kids to be protected from the bugs in the summer for their camps. So their Healthy Kids Day is the last, like April 29th, and I've had 2 YMCAs contact me. So hopefully I can get somebody else to do one and I will do the other one. So that's what, yeah, I've been doing that now for the last year it was out when they were doing their soccer games. And this year it will be the same way that they pick it so they can have vendors out on the soccer field. And they did that last year. They'll do it again this year. Before that, COVID hit, but then before COVID, I would go to their actually YMCA and set up that day for their Healthy Kids Day. So that's something that I've been doing now for the last 5 years. And I get repeat business for them because what I do is hand out the wipes. I order packs of wipes. I mean, the bags of wipes, and that's my free thing to them to get them over to my table. And then I do have some Bug Guard on hand where if they want to buy it right then, I will. So I ordered some of those bundles so that they will have it. But some of the parents that are repeat parents know exactly what they want every year. But that's my go-to and give to them to let them know that Avon have Bug Guard as well. Now, some of them want their skin so soft, and so I'm out there so that they will have my information to get their skin so soft or Bug Guard or whatever they want. So that's what you're talking about, right, Marjorie?
Yep.
Yep. That's it.
Thank you so much.
So camps, I mean, kids doing camps during the summer. I offered it to first saying I did it as a fundraiser so that instead of parents going to the stores, buying their Bug Guard, and for the mosquitoes or whatever bugs they had, they bought it from me and I gave so much back to that particular Y. So that's how it started, because I went to the director and asked about doing a fundraiser. And it just kicked off from there, and I get repeat business from that every year. Yep.
Hey, Sheila, question, Ariane.
Uh-huh.
So when you did your fundraiser, what percent did you give them?
At the time, I gave them 30 because I was doing 40, I think. I think I gave them 30. Okay, and the fundraiser, because YMCA, it was all on me, so they let me promote it, but they couldn't put it on their YMCA page. So they had me come to their Healthy Kids Day and also when they did their parent meeting. And they would say to the parents that we're giving 30% back. Instead of you going to the stores, this will be our fundraiser to go back and for the Y. So we use that money to pay for kids that could not afford to go to the Y camps for the summer.
So,
One more
go ahead,
question. So,
Sheila.
So the aerosol or just this mist spray, I just call it, which sells the most or they all sell?
They all sold. And I have a guy that calls every year for his family and he wants the pumps. So they all sell. I mean, the lotion, so it's according to like my age group, I did some of it because they had from elementary on up to teenagers. So, they have their preference as what they want, aerosol or the lotions or whatever. So it's just, I had it there. Like this year, I'm going to have that bundle there so they will see it. But I will also have every Bug Guard that's there so that they will know there are other options. Yeah, so they have their preference if they want aerosol or pump, or if they just want lotion. And some of them just want the bug guard without the sunscreen. So it's just the family's preference.
Is this an annual event at all YMCA's across the nation?
Yes, yes, it is. It
And
is.
so how did you made the contact, you heard about it the first year and you made the contact and now you're a repeat
Yes.
client for them. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, so you just contact your local YMCA. Well, you could actually go on your Facebook page and see when the Healthy Kids Day is for your area, because they have it all over the United States.
Okay, great idea. Thank you.
Yes, yes, and you can contact, like, I contacted the area manager or the area director. That was my contact, but you might have to go through different. He and I went to church together, so that was a personal relationship that we had. So it just, and he put it out to everybody, and that's when the wives start calling me and contacting me. So just see what you can do through that Healthy Kids Day Facebook page. And you can actually message them and they will message you back, especially if you say to them, I will offer an incentive, give money back. Not that you want to just come sell to their parents, because they are a nonprofit. And so you have to do a nonprofit differently. You have to attack it different. You have to give them something and make it sound like, it is. My fundraiser was for them to help kids in our area that could not afford to go to camp, and for parents to come to us that didn't have all that. What does the off have in it? So ours don't have all that stuff that off have in it, and parents are into that now. So yeah.
Yeah, the DEET free actually brings in a lot of sales for me too.
Yep. All right.
It would be nicer if we had better samples of that instead of having to buy the true wipes to hand out, especially for the price point. But
Right.
but I agree with Arian. They are a good sample to hand out with your information, even a label on the back.
Right, and
Mhm.
that's in the what's new now of handing out those for samples. If you read through the what's new, that's one of the things that they say is a good thing for samples. So that's my go-to thing, is those. And you got to remember, it's a tax write-off. So if you're buying them and you're giving them, just make sure you, and the why, I just keep my letter that they sent me on my Facebook email is how they contacted me. So just keep your documentation. If you're gonna order it and they say yes, you got it. And they will give you a letter saying that you came.
Mhm. The other thing that what I've been doing now is I bought the wipes for last year, but the wipes that I have left over from last year is what I'm using for samples. They're not expired yet. They still have until August 2022. So they're still good, but rather than buy, use up your last year's sample. Well, thank you, Arian. I appreciate you talking to us about that. We talked about fishing tournaments. We talked about golf courses and golf course tournaments. We talked about campgrounds. The one other thing we didn't talk about is if you are a camper and you go to the campgrounds yourself, make sure that you have your bug guard sign on your camper. You make sure you have, I always have bug guards stashed in one of the cabinets for anybody who needs some. And I just thought of something else, but I forgot what it was someplace. The other one is the Amish. The Amish absolutely love our bug guard because it is DEET free. So if you have an Amish community, don't be afraid to approach them because they love love our bug guard. The other place I'm still Oh, and the car show, that's the other one we had talked about, because that one's free. And like I said, if you have a car, then you have your bug guard in the trunk. Does anybody have a great way that they sell their bug guard that they'd like to share?
I do.
Go ahead.
Yes, another free event is tailgating. You know, I have a lot of reps that do that. They have a, you know, like the Skinsus, and I'm gonna do that tomorrow. And I love that it's, you know, you only have to do it a couple of hours. You know, especially in the hot summer in Texas, it gets really hot here. So you don't want to be all day doing that. And so that would be, and did y'all already mention fishing tournaments already? Yeah. So, but the tailgating is awesome.
Marjorie, when I had my daycare center, I used to sell bug guard by the cases because I would give a buy one, get one special, or buy two, get one free special to all my moms, because I would recommend that they buy one for the classroom to go in for the teachers, for the kid, put on for the go to the playground, and then they would buy extra for home, extra for grandma. And so it was, I would go through them like crazy. And because I owned the daycare, I was able to give part of it back. It helped us build our playground, when we built our new facility. So if you have a daycare center or a Montessori, anyone in your area that is maybe wanting to expand, building a playground, approach them and have a bug guard fundraiser with them, because it really is, it's a great way to do it for schools, because they're privately owned. You don't have to go through, you know, a franchise. Yes, Faye?
I also have done a fundraiser through a couple different daycares. And then in the summertime, I always carry around like a soft side cooler full of bug guard. And so I can do it cash and carry right on the spot.
Yeah, I'm telling you, ladies, if you really just focus on our bug guard right now, what's going on was, like Marjorie mentioned, so many areas. Duplicate that into your team, because bug guard is how your team can get to conference. This could pay for their, like we said, gas in the car, airline tickets, their hotel, their food, whatever earnings they could make, even if it's $50, $200, it could really offset the expense of helping them get to convention.
As you're talking about, yeah, and at the lake too, and that a good place that we found to tailgate is in Wisconsin. We have an opening weekend of fishing, and if you find a really busy boat landing where it's particularly busy, where they put their boats in for opening weekend, that's a perfect place to do tailgating, because it's, you know, you're right there. That's a perfect tailgate spot. Beaches, of course. And last night, my friend, if you're, I know we're in the Midwest, so, but if you know, maybe if you do somewhere where you're by the ocean or the Gulf, if you're by the ocean or the Gulf, maybe on the beaches and stuff where people do stuff. Tara, I live I live in the northwest part of Wisconsin. I live by Eau Claire. I'm about an hour and a half from the Twin Cities due east.
Is that close by New Berlin?
I'm about 3 hours from New Berlin.
Okay. Well, I was gonna see if I could hook up with you when I'm there, but I don't know if I'll have that much time to drive.
When are you? Oh, you're there at the end of May?
Yeah, the end of May.
Okay. We're talking about fundraisers. Here's another one, as you guys were talking about daycares and parks, and playgrounds. I remembered on the news, and it just hit me on the news the other day, that there was a neighborhood playground that wanted to build a skate park, and they were raising funds for it. So that would be another, watch your news or papers or whatever for fundraisers for skate parks. That would be another really good fundraiser for them.
Well, plus remember, when you walk into a grocery store or your local hometown restaurants, most times they have a little bulletin board near the door, and all the organizations trying to look for donations or money or events, or they're posting those flyers or business cards near the door. So you could easily take a picture of it, contact who's in charge, or leave your information as well, that you can help them with a fundraiser. And I just posted on the thing, I helped with an outside wedding a couple years ago. I had a lady call me and she wanted Avon Bug Guard on all the tables for the outside wedding. And so I sold her, I think it was like 24 cans of Bug Guard. And I gave her a discount because she bought so much, but she was having, it was a great event, and it was and I put my information, a little sticker on every can. So if somebody was there and saw it, they could take a picture of my sticker. And the other thing too, I've helped is with family reunions. So if you have any of these going up, or you have a friend saying they have a reunion or class reunion, all these things really could be areas that you sell your Bug Guard.
Wow, ladies, we have lots and lots of ideas. Now I'm going to put everybody in the spot, and we've thrown out a whole bunch of ideas. And you can repeat the idea, which one, but I'm going to start with Tina because you're the first one. And here's what, all I want to do is just name off your favorite idea that you took away tonight.
My favorite idea is the campground, putting a sign up. Jeff and I have a trailer somewhere, and I've thought about doing it, but I never have. So I will work on getting a yard sign.
Okay, Gail, you're next.
I liked Arian's idea. I've done a lot of these ideas, and I'm not near camping. I'm not near any of that, but I'm going to approach the local YMCA's.
Okay, Sheila.
The golfing, because we got golfing over here. So I'm gonna work on that.
Faye. Go ahead, Faye. Can you hear me? You're on mute yet.
There we go. I couldn't get it off. There was quite a few different ones. The YMCA one, we do have a YMCA here, so I think I should probably check into that. And I guess I loved your little deal about the going to the Dollar Tree and looking for napkin holders to hold brochures. I hadn't thought about doing that one. I have bought previously the ones that I have a few different places that had let me put brochures in for a while. But those are a lot more, they're like $5-10 a piece. So that was a good idea for that. And I like the outside wedding one. I thought that was a fantastic one. Thanks, Gail.
Okay, Patty, you're next on my list of people.
I like the YMCA one, the Healthy Kids Day, and then also the daycare one, because right now they sort of need the help, and for the kids to buy one, get one for the teacher. I thought that was a great idea, because there's so many daycares that I know, and I really like those. I thought that was a great, those were some, and also the napkin holder. I love that one too. Thank you.
Anna Marie.
I like the one by the, I like really simple, basic, and I love the one by the dock because I have a dock right by my other place here. So I think I'm gonna try that.
Okay.
That was awesome.
Margie.
I have to say, kind of what popped out to me is the car shows, because that's one that I have to have helpers. I don't get out much. So my sons and my husbands are always, my husband is always going out to those. So I can get them to do that kind of thing for me. But for my team, I've really been talking about bringing back kind of the pop-up events. So the tailgating is what I'm really going to take back to my team also, so that they can do those pop-up events and just show up at different areas of their towns and letting people know who they are and what they do.
Okay. Tara?
Well, I'm gonna brag on Ariane. So I remember hearing about her YMCA success last year. When we were doing calls, she had huge success, I remember. And I remember thinking, that's a really great idea. I didn't attempt to do it last year. So now that she gave us the way to connect with healthy kids, she said, just find the one in your area, go on Facebook, send them a message. I mean, that's super easy, super simple. So I'm going to try that.
Okay, Benna, are you with us? There she is.
Hi, did you say something to me?
Yep,
It wasn't letting me unmute. Yes, hello?
you're unmuted now. We can hear you.
Is it Rhonda? Am I on?
Isn't that you, Rhonda? I think it's Benna.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
There, we can hear you now. Oops, I think she froze up.
Okay.
There you are.
Okay, I'm on the new. Yeah. My phone is driving me. The daycares, the YMCA. I love the napkin. Now I've got front. And I'm gonna go get some of those napkin holders. They'll take up less room on the table than what I've got.
Yep. Awesome. Okay, Arian, you're up next.
Mute. Okay, I love the idea that of the daycare that Gail gave, because I have a customer that is a director at a daycare, and I never thought of that to offer for daycare. She let me bring books in there, so I need to go further and say about the Bud Guard for daycare since summer is coming up. And then I also like the wedding of, the outside weddings where you actually offer discounts if they need, and I can put it out there on Facebook because I'm always seeing that people have wedding venues, and we can actually ask wedding venues if they want to do something like that. I did that last year with a girl that does camping, camping, where ladies go on these camping trips. And I got good results from that as giving them the wipes. And then I also wrote down the golf course, because I just saw my son-in-law post something about he's doing a golf tournament with somebody. So I need to ask, what's the purpose of that golf tournament? Are they actually trying to raise money for what? So my idea when I approach him will be, okay, you're trying to raise money, and I know that there will be mosquitoes out there at that time. So let's work out something and tell me how much money, or, and if I can offer the Bud Guard to all the golfers. So yeah, I love those ideas. And the napkin holder I've been doing, and that's a great thing. And somebody said, make sure you put, Marjorie, I think you said that, make sure you put if you can put your QR code on your label, they love just doing that QR code, because I've done that, and my napkin holder have my information on it plus the QR code. And you can put that on there, and younger generation, that's their thing. They love those QR codes. So yeah.
Okay, Rhonda, you're up.
I am driving as usual. I like the idea with the weddings.
and then the daycares, as well as the healthy kids. I do have brochures that I have in the actual brochure holders at a couple of places. So I've kind of been instituting that, but I am going to reach out also to the golf tournament type of things. I have friends who golf and I always reach out to them individually, but it would be a step further, like Arian said, to reach out to the whole course to see how I can get in.
Turn left onto North 92nd Street.
I'm driving, so I got the GPS on. Yeah, but those were all great ideas. Thank you.
Okay, Julie, can you hear us? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, what's your favorite?
I didn't know that campgrounds had craft shows, so I'm kind of excited about that. I'm not terribly close to any of them, but I'm looking forward to checking that out.
Okay. Cynthia? Cynthia?
Hello.
Hi.
My favorite was the Y. Unfortunately, I checked out ours here locally already, and it's not an option here. But I wanted to mention another thing that I do is we have a local college, and I've done job fairs there before, but like I just got invited to, they have a admin day. And so I'm not there to sell, I'm just there to give out brochures, and I have plenty of lip balms, so I'll give those out. But I get to work with all the staff that's working for that community college. So then that gives me a good reach. I've been doing this one for a few years, and it's really a good deal at the local community college. So.
Cool, thank you. Priscilla?
I would have to say the wedding is by far, the wedding venue is the best. I have a friend that owns it, and I've never thought twice to even reach out to her about that. And then golf tournaments, my husband does them all the time. Why have I never done that either? So awesome job, girls. Thank you for the advice.
Myra?
Sorry, I was trying to unmute. Lots of great ideas. Some of them I've already incorporated, some of them are new, but the thing that I'm going to do is the Gail's idea. I have several vendor fairs, and I set up at a flea market twice a month, and I'm going to use the buy one, get one free. I don't have a lot of success, at least I haven't, with fundraisers. And so instead of just doing a flat out fundraiser, I'm just going to operate my sales as though it's a fundraiser by doing 2 for 1. But all the ideas were great.
Thank you. Pamela?
Yes, I love all the ideas as well. I have last year had a rep to help out with the Help Kids Day, and thanks to Arian for helping to set that up for us. But I really like the idea about the outside weddings. My son and daughter-in-law got married outside, and I did not think about setting out bug art. So that is something I would definitely do going forward and checking on outside weddings.
Okay, as I'm listening, one other place that I remembered that I wanted to mention is go out on Facebook and find your states. Like for me, it was Wisconsin camping. And they don't like you advertising, but I just did one today, and what I did is I went in and I searched insect repellent to see if anybody else had ever posted about insect repellent, and somebody did, and they were just posting general, not, they weren't selling, they were just posting in general. And it was a gentleman, and I did a little more digging, and he is an Avon representative. So I just kind of copied it. what he did is he just said that, you know, Picardin is better than DEET, and he posted what that was. And then he posted that our Picardin also repels deer ticks and things like that. So those groups don't like you to just blast them with advertising, but to just go in there and to make it sound like you're being informational rather than salesy. So I did it in my post is still there. They didn't take it down, and all I wrote is if you're interested in more information, just send me a private message. So use those campsite, those camp Wisconsin campers, Wisconsin campgrounds, Wisconsin, you know, anything that has to do with camping, because people need their bug guard during camping. And people start now to stock their campers for the year. So now is the time to get posts. But don't, like I said, don't be salesy, be informational.
It's a great idea.
You'll lose me if I go and try and copy and paste it from you. But if you look for me, you might be able to find it. Somebody found it and liked it. So, but be informational, not salesy, and it'll stay up, and you'll still get it, you know. And also watch for join those groups. Even if you're not a camper, join those groups. So that you've got another place to network with people, you know. And like I said, I just stick with Wisconsin, you know, any campground areas and was, you know, campground groups in Wisconsin. Another one that's popping up that is huge is the Blackstone groups. There's tons of those out there, and they're always outside cooking. And so am I. So I know that the bugs are incredibly atrocious about the time you want to make dinner. So places, things, you know, Facebook groups like that. Once again, just be informational. Don't be salesy, and they'll be a, you know, they'll be good to go for you.
One place also, Marjorie, is Nextdoor. Nextdoor, you could go in and not only advertise that you've got the bug guard, but you could help with any local fundraisers or for any charities, any daycares that are in the area looking for funds. And I've done that. And you can do 2 free business ads a month.
Oh,
Well,
and
that really depends on your next door group. Everybody can't do that.
yeah, I haven't had any luck at Nextdoor.
See, it's a big help for me in Santa Fe. I'm able to do that on there because there's a business side of it, not just the
Right.
not just the neighborhood side. On the business side, you can post 2 free ads a month.
Oh, okay.
Our neighborhood.
Okay, so Gail, do you pay for that business side?
No, it's completely free, and they give you 2 free posts. And it tells you, you click on, like I clicked on it April 1st. I did my post right away. It told me that I could come back in 12 hours and post my second free ad. And it was available anytime in the month of April to post it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well,
You
I'm gonna
can-
check again because
you
it
can-
costs here in Oklahoma, in my neighborhood next door. It costs for businesses. They have a charge, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna check it. Maybe they changed it.
You can, there's a part of it that you can pay for depending if what you want to do. When I first moved to Santa Fe, I did pay for a month just to say that I'm here, I'm new, I'm Avon, it is here in Santa Fe. And it was cheap for Santa Fe. It was like $150 for the month, but you get 2 free business ads that I can post monthly. And then they also have the personal side. I don't post in the personal side unless I want to post for something free. I post in the free to say that I have a bug guard special with some free offers, or I have Skin So Soft with some free offers. And that's how they contact me. I don't blast to say I've got, Skin So Soft for $19.99. I just kind of give them a little nugget, and then they call me or message me for what is my special.
Anna Marie came up with another great one, and I have set up at a triple R, which is running, riding, and rowing. So, but yet the running races, bike races, kayak races, things like that. Once again, though, they're use Arian's approach to those because there's usually a reason why they're having the 5K, or there's usually a fundraiser that they're doing it for. So approach them as if they're, you can help them fundraise. But yeah, races are a great idea. And I forgot about them.
Just out of curiosity from everybody, I know that they're giving us the promotional items of the bags and the drinking glasses. I normally do like drawings with my customers. Like if you buy between this date and this date, I'll give you, a bag or whatever we've got going on. But does anybody else do anything different from me on that with the promotional items?
What you could do, what I do is with the bags this year, what I'm going to do is I'll donate those to like the quarter auctions for the baskets, or if somebody has a fundraiser for a basket, put it in as part of that fundraiser. That's the basket, is that bag. And I was thinking about like for some of the glasses are an interesting thing. I'm not sure if I really like just killing it, but that's what's written on the glasses. I'm not sure about that, but it makes sense, but it's just a little off. But I was thinking about giving them away. You could do it for the fundraiser. If you're doing a fundraiser for the kids, you could give the glasses away to the top seller or whatnot, because you're gonna get 7 of them for what, isn't it 7 for one bundle? Well, Patty, you got flowers.
We've been married 32 years today.
Oh, look at that. Happy anniversary.
You're gonna get me on this one.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
So anyway, what a wonderful meeting again. And it's 5 o'clock, so I think.
Thank you, ladies. Marjorie, you did a great job.
Thank you. Bug art is my passion. I make money on my bug art.
Thank you, Marjorie.
Yep.
I appreciate it.
Oh, and one other thing too is watch your friends and family who are going to places like Puerto Rico, and Cancun, but when they're traveling, make sure you're say, don't forget your bug spray, because the bugs are really bad down there. So make sure you're watching for them too, because that's another place. Because I sell bug guard all year long. Go ahead, Faye.
I just got a brand new customer because she found me in our area because she's going on a trip and needed bug guard.
Yep.
And so luckily she break the day before I submitted my order, so it'll be back in time. All the what she wants before she leaves.
Yep. Keep some. Go ahead, Tara.
I just want to throw this out. We were talking about the outdoor weddings, etc. But remember, there's also family reunions and sports, kids sports games and things. There's a lot of outdoor, here in Oklahoma anyway, a lot of outdoor activities that people need, like you were saying, if they're going to Puerto Rico, but they might need it just for the family reunion, the Easter egg hunt, etc.
Yep. Terry, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't go that fast and come off mute. I was just gonna kind of piggyback. I don't remember who said next door. But one of the things that I think has been really helpful for me, and I've been like, I get a lot of people calling me about, is having yourself on listed on Google Business, showing that you have that, like, you know, that you are either a rep or like mine, I think I don't remember exactly what it says, but I get so many people calling me about it here lately. And like, it even will show you like how many people have looked at your site, how many people have reviewed you, how many people have looked at you. But I literally get at least like 2 or 3 calls from people every week just from having that on there. So I highly recommend, if you guys aren't on Google Business, all you have to do is just go make a quick page on there, your information, your website, all of that. And it truly is helpful because a lot, I mean, we all know so many people use Google nowadays. The other thing I was going to say, I really enjoy all the ideas that we're all bringing to the table. I think these are all great customer ideas. I wanted to see if there's any way, like, I feel this information will be helpful for our team. Like, I typically come to the Thursday call to learn and grow and help develop my team. But I think everything that we talked about is great. I hope you're okay with me giving this feedback, but if there's any way, like next time we discuss like customer tips and tricks and ideas, maybe we could invite our teams to this call. I think that would be a great idea.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know, why don't we wait till Lisa gets here, but yeah, it's but what we do, you know, the reason we do this is it's not necessary, it's for you to take back to your team.
Sure.
I wish we had a way to give, but I think if you look on our if you look in our group, I think I posted a whole lot of things last year, but in there that I do, but I do, you know, what you could do is you could do, once I post the replay of this, you could replay it to your team.
That's a great idea. Yeah. And I'm so sorry. You'll have to forgive me. I'm actually on a social media fast right now through Easter for Lent. So I haven't been on our group in over a week and a half. And I apologize, you guys. That's the only reason I haven't been on there. But that was my thing that I gave up for Lent. And I have to say, it's been extremely challenging.
But one thing you can do is you can share this with your team.
Yeah, for sure.
That way, you know, they can listen to all of the great ideas because I'll post it. I'll send it. Go ahead, Faye.
One of the things that I from us doing all this today is I think I'm gonna do like in my team page, I'm gonna do like a poll and give all these different ideas, like a line item thing, to see what ones that they're wanting to do.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Okay, so you're gonna do that, a poll through Facebook in your group page, right? Right?
Yes,
Faith?
on my team page, yeah.
Team page, yes, team
Yeah.
page. Okay, so, okay, great idea. Now I have a question about, I'm getting to something else, since you brought that up about doing a question. When it comes to these, I tried to, let's see what it's called, a room. Has anybody done a room? Is that through on Facebook? Have you done a room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that you just invite who you want to that particular room. Does it go through Messenger on Facebook? The room?
On your page. Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead, Tara.
So I can tell you a little bit experience about the rooms, Ariane. I feel like the rooms are good if you just want to do faces and video.
Okay.
But the challenge is like if you want to share content or share your screen or do anything like that, you can't do that in a room.
Okay.
So I think that's why a lot of times, like I do more Zoom with my team, because that way you can show them your screen and share.
Right.
But if you just want to do like a quick video of, you know, just to see everybody's faces and talk, then I think the rooms are great.
Okay.
That's just my feedback.
And that's for video and talking, right? I mean, you
Yeah.
see each other when you're talking and not sharing your team. I mean, sharing your Okay, all right, Faye. I'm
Can they
listening.
can they talk back, Tara?
Oh, yeah, they can talk back. It's just like this, but you just can't share the screen, pretty much.
When I have just one or two that I want to do that with, I have actually done Facebook message and done the call to video, and then we can actually share screen that way. So if you just have like one person or so that you want to do it with, Arian.
And it's in, and you do it through Messenger is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Marjorie, I sent you a message. I'm not sure if you saw it. It's a Facebook Messenger. Before I say something.
Okay, yes.
Is that okay? I know that we're about to wrap this call up, and I would really, I got a couple of you to give me an idea of what you'd like to talk about next week. And several of you have brought up leadership, that you would like to talk leadership strategies and how we can help our teams bring, and for us, bring more money to the table. So I think before we leave, I think everyone should have, I'm going to give you a homework assignment for next week. So for next week, I'd like you all to bring 1 to 2 strategy or leadership tasks that you are doing that is working for you to recruit. And not just, it could be to get names. It could be that you're really recruiting on the spot, but what are you doing that is working? We'd love your ideas. We'd love to be able to put this all on the table for all of us to talk about with an open forum and just share. So I think that is going to be our call next week, Marjorie, to really, with this time of how we can build our numbers.
I'm going to add to your homework assignment. One thing that is working for you as far as your team goes. Communication, what are you doing? It can be whatever it is. It doesn't have to just be one line item. If you've got a great way you're communicating, if you've got a great way, Anna, save your bingo, because that was a great from last night. So how you're communicating to your team, how you're getting your team to communicate back to you and things like that. Curious, when is Lisa coming back? Not until the end of April.
Not till the end of April?
End of
Yes,
April.
so we're in charge until then. So the director group, those of us that are directors in this group, we are in charge of making sure we do these calls every week. So I just think, Marjorie, next week, it'll really be good to do leadership. So if all of you can do your homework and be, ready for 4 o'clock and bring your ideas to the table, share what's working for you, your communication with your team, how, what is working, we want to know. And what we'll do is, like Margie just did roundtable, we'll give everybody a time to share, and we then can go around and share, and then we can do questions at the end back for everybody. But I think if everybody could be ready for a roundtable, and we'll jump in right at the beginning, we won't wait, because I think there's so much to talk about that it could take the whole hour.
Yep. And next Thursday is my next chemo, so I hope I will be back. It starts at 10:15, so I should be back. If I'm not feeling good, I will start it, and I'll leave. Gail, you can be the.
Okay, I'll be in charge. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Well, this was fun. I love my bug guard, so this was easy for me. My bug guard is my passion. So, alrighty. Well, I think my mom has supper ready, so I will talk to you guys later.
Okay. All right, ladies. We'll see you next
Bye.
Thursday.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.